I don't think anyone who's advocating reform would argue that a constitutional amendment is more permanent and would solve the problems you're talking about. The problem is one of timing, and we do not have the time to enact a constitutional amendment any longer that will have impact for next year's elections when the reapportionment occurs. And so I think there's no reason we can't consider a constitutional amendment today, tomorrow, next year, the year after that, that would have impact by 2022, which is what this proposal would do. But that doesn't, it's not a mutually exclusive situation where we should then forego the opportunity to enact a statutory change that could have an impact for next year's elections and then enact a permanent solution that we can all agree on. And just on the issue of the deviation, the reason I asked the question is because one of the, in my opinion, one of the ways that the process is abused the most is by manipulating the permissible deviation. And one of the ways that many of the advocates have suggested dealing with that is minimizing the deviation to a 1% deviation. In fact, that was explicitly part of the pledge we all promised to make during the campaign season last year, was bringing the deviation down to a 1% number. So even if we agree that a constitutional amendment is the way to do it, I would argue this proposal needs significant changes before it is the solution. But in any event, I would advocate something that could have effect for next year's elections, and therefore I'll be voting no today.